education anxiety. If you don't know, I'm a state certified instructor. I teach teens and adults. I'm going to take you on a story. I had a young lady about 3 years ago, raining on her first drive, very nervous, a lot of anxiety. I know I had to calm her down and really help her, just really nervous, panicky. So, what I did, I embraced her. I supported her by giving her positive examples of how to keep her car straight in the lane. Literally, she was going off the road, like literally sobbing. "Ah, ah." So, I had to think, what could I do to support her? So I told her, once you get through this first lesson, you're really going to be able to drive independently, help your mom and dad. Um, just had a panic attack. And I pulled over to the side of the road. We talked a few minutes. I had her gather herself emotionally, and I gathered myself emotionally because her panic attack, and literally she was, she was sobbing. Okay. And these are some of the stories you will never hear because I don't normally share these things, but I think it's important that you know this because when you take the time to look at my content, and yes, I'm a state certified driving instructor and I go through this process, I'm sharing with you because you need to think of others when you teach someone how to drive. Many people are driving off the edge of the road into the ditch. Yes, I've been into the ditch before. Many students are too fast in neighborhoods. You've got to slow them down. Many students are merging out at 20 miles an hour. They're going too slow. So when you look at this content, this is a real perspective. This is information to help you become a good driver. And it helps you understand the driving process because I teach teens and adults. I drive adults too, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And I'm giving you a snapshot into some of the things that I do as an instructor. And I'm going to show you this for a second. Out here, this is a blind corner to your right, to the right. So you have to look. We drive around buildings. We teach people to have good lane positioning. So you want to go slow when you're driving around areas like this. And you have to teach a driver. Parents, you have to teach them. Okay, many states is 6 hours, 7 hours, 10 hours, but it takes 10 years. That's right, 10 years to learn how to drive. And if you're an aggressive driver, fast driver, road ragey driver, you will learn the wrong elements to drive, and you'll think it's okay to aggressively cut off someone. You'll think it's okay to aggressively run lights. You'll think it's okay to aggressively drive fast through a neighborhood. And if you are young, you see your mom or dad, I'm not saying mom or dad is driving like that, but if they are, you learn that behavior. And then you come to a driver's education course and you have your instructor who's mentoring you, who's supporting you, who's loving you, because it is love. If you don't love other people, you wouldn't be a driver's ed instructor. And I've been doing this 23 years. And every year is different. Every class is different. Every situation is different. And you have to learn through real life examples. We start in neighborhoods. We make 12 right turns, 12 left turns. We parallel park 5 times. Then once I see that the student is ready and they're comfortable driving, you have to be comfortable. If you're not comfortable, we can't get on the road. Everyone is different. There are people who are 19, who are 20, 24, 27, who went through the pandemic, didn't really learn how to drive, or really didn't get a license, and life happens. They have a child. They have a job. They had to be to work at 8 in the morning. They work double shifts. They don't have time to get their license. Or they may say, I'm going to wait till I'm 18. I'm going to get my TIP. That's the temporary instruction permit. And with that temporary instruction permit, you can drive for 30 days, but you don't have anyone to help you. Your mom is busy. Your dad is busy. Your sister or brother have all grown up. So now you're just driving by yourself and you're not really learning the rules of the road. So when you look at my content, I need to remind you, I'm doing this from the perspective of a beginning driver. I'm doing this from the perspective of when you drive in certain elements, heavy traffic, you're going to have people who are hungry, who are tired, who are trying to get some chicken, who are trying to go to the bank before it closes, who are barely on E, and they're trying to get to the gas station and you're driving at 10 miles an hour. There are a lot of elements that people go through when they drive. So I need you to understand and be patient when you see a driver's ed car. Give them room. Get away from them. Don't cut them off. A lot of drivers will do that. And you need to look left, right, and left when you're driving. You have to look around you. I'm showing you this because your driving environment is very important. And if you're not paying attention to your environment, you will have an accident. See that car coming? You have to look. You have to expect the unexpected. And I try to show you this through real life vlogging, a day in the life of the instructor, through tutorials, through test prep, through in-car tutorials. And I believe you are getting value. And if there's certain things you want to see, you need to let me know because I read the comments. I want to create a learning environment for you to see you grow. And I want you to get better. And it takes work. It takes a patient instructor and kind instructor, an instructor who is patient with you, who tells you directions in advance, who treats you like an adult, because this is an adult responsibility. This is not for little kids. I'll say this again. This is not for little kids. And you have to schedule an appropriate time to drive. So I want to bring you value. I want you to learn. And if this brings you value, support. Bye.